been my dream for a while to be in the AFL system.
Number 8, Jack Riewoldt.
Jumping Jack Riewoldt always had a leg up on the competition. The young upstart from an AFL dynasty quickly became one of the greats, becoming king of the jungle at Richmond.
And Jack puts it through. The perfect afternoon.
A three-time Premiership winner and All-Australian, smashing more than 300 games and 700 goals, Jack ensured his name would go down in the yellow and black history books.
This for number 700. And all the applause are for you, Jack.
Say, well done, Daddy. Well done, Daddy.
Now, the AFL legend who's given us so many memories
Brightside with Jack Riewoldt.
has a new memoir determined to keep us all looking on the bright side. So good.
Here he is now, Mr. Brightside himself, Jack Riewoldt. Jack, welcome, mate. Are you sick of that song by now?
Yes, a little bit, but no,
it's pretty good.
no. It's obviously a great moment to celebrate the drought-breaking grand final. Waleed cried that day in 2017, as a lot of people did.
Before you ran on the ground. That's how emotional that's
I know. It was a
Did you
great way to
cry?
finish.
Did you cry that day?
I probably think I did. Not so much with the guys, but when you see your family and whatnot, it's just that recognition, that moment where you think, oh, we've actually done it, finally. We've been able to win a premiership, and then you start to go back to, like I said, the start of that package when I was 17 when that was
So
that was
cute.
taken. There's so many people that impact your life over a football journey, and then you get to write a book about them at the end of it.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, that was a huge moment in your life, and you've had a lot of others. This one is my particular favourite. What is going on here?
Well, I became the face of the concussion protocol there.
So you've been concussed?
I got knocked out there.
Oh.
Yeah, got knocked out, and then there was no real sort of in-depth testing as much as there is now these days, and I was trying to get back on the ground. And
You just heard the word tiger and thought, oh, it all
so our club doctor, Greg Hickey, you can see in the background there, he loves that because he actually got a nice head full of hair there and gets some.
But what do you think you're trying to... Did you think if you crawled on, no one would notice? Like, what was the...
Well, I don't know if you've ever been knocked out, but I had no idea what was going on. So I look back on that now. It's actually quite scary, but it's also a little bit humorous as
But
well.
the commentators were all like, oh, he's very clear-eyed. Like, we were happy for you to run back on the ground.
Yeah. I think I probably would have at that time, but I'm glad that they held me back and I didn't go back on.
Yeah.
Hey, congrats on the book.
Yeah, thank you.
Like, every Richmond fan's going to want to pour into this, but anyone really, because your story's so fascinating. Obviously, the 3 premierships, huge success. But it's easy to forget that when you arrived at Richmond, let's face it, we were terrible.
Yep.
And you write about that. Yeah. Hey, I'm a
You guys can
Premiership
actually
fan,
clear
mate.
back off if you want. This is a one-on-one in depth with Waleed.
But do you... How important is that? How important is that part of it for you? Does that make the success better that you were so bad as a team at the start?
It does, Waleed, because when you see the bottom, you appreciate the top. And whether that's in football or in life or in anything really, is that you sort of know where you've come from. And our facilities probably at the time were second, third rate to a lot of other clubs. But I've actually been able to see what a really bad Richmond looks like, but then I've been able to see what a glorious Richmond looks like. And for a lot of our young kids that have come into the club over the last sort of 5 years and lived that period with us, it's sort of hard to say to them, hey, that there was covered in possum shit 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Like, that's how we grew up here at Richmond. And it does make me appreciate the way my career has gone.
Yeah.
And like writing the book, because things have happened in your life that have been difficult. You know, your cousin Maddie and your own bout with melanoma or whatever. So when you were coming to write, like obviously I would imagine writing the glory parts is easy. Were there parts that were hard for you or confronting for you, and how did you approach it?
Yeah, Kate, it's a really great question. It's actually a great way to unpack a lot of things, I reckon, like actually going through and going, oh, that's right, that happened in my life. So, yeah, as you mentioned, look, obviously Madeline passing was the biggest moment in my life, the hardest moment in my life. and made me into who I am today. So it's sort of, I mean, that's what life is. It's a journey with those sort of things.
Here you are today as a triple premiership player. One of us. That's who he is. That's who he is. What a player, what a bloke, what a book. The memoir is called The Brightside. It's available now. Jack, thanks very much for joining us. Go Sides!